Approximately a week ago, I started making my first Android game, which right now looks like this. But let's come back a week before this. So it all started with planning. About 30 minutes of writing in Obsidian, I made a concept of the game and a plan. So basically you have a choice of choosing 3 different characters with different weapons and stats. Then after you choose the character, a random level is created with enemies and you have to clean each room until you finally clean all of them and then move on. If you played Solo Night, you know what I mean. Then the same night I opened Unity and made a script for the player movement control. Since we were making a game for Android, I downloaded a joystick pack and wrote a script to move and shoot using 2 joysticks. Then I made it to check if the player shoots while moving, and if so, make them slower. I had some issues with the mechanic, but after some work, I fixed it, and now we can move without any issues. I said, we can now move without any issues. After I made the player movement and shooting, I could finally move on to the enemy logic. So what I want to make is an enemy that has different stats depending on what class the enemy is, and if it doesn't see the player, make it patrol around the room. If the player is inside, then it rushes to them and starts shooting. Oh, and also, the enemies spawn only when the room hasn't been cleaned yet, and it closes as well. So after some painful coding, the enemy goes to the player only if it sees it, and it also patrols around, but we still need to make it shoot at the player, but that's later. Now it's time for graphics. I'm using Sprite to draw my sprites, and at first, it was hard for me to draw the characters from the top, because usually in top-down shooters, you can see the characters from the top side, I guess. But eventually I made it work, I guess, and right now we have 3 different sprites for the player and the enemies. After I imported those sprites into Unity, I applied them to the player and enemy, and it looks much better now. Let me know in the comments if it looks at least okay. Send help please, I don't know how to draw. You could also notice that I added a damage hit mark at the bottom of the screen, which I think is pretty cool. I took inspiration from Team Fortress 2, but the hit marks in that game appear above the models, but I actually got a lot of inspiration from Team Fortress 2, like the names for the characters that I used as placeholders are named after the classes from TF2. They are also gonna have some similar weapons. Okay, let's come back to my game. As you know, most of the mobile top-down shooters have random level generation, and I want my game to have this feature too. But I've barely done any random level generation scripting in my life, so after some research and totally not stealing a tutorial code, I can now name myself the master of random generation. But this sucks my butt cheeks because look, there is literally a way to nowhere, what the f. But I'll fix this later, hopefully. Okay, now moving on to the next thing in my plan is the main menu. I quickly made it possible to press new game and select what type of game mode you want to play, but the endless mode is the only one you can play right now. And also the game still doesn't have a name, so I'm introducing you. Critical Guns. Thanks. Hey, listen. Hey, thank you so much. I'm just doing my job. Yeah, this game name is fire, guys. Moving on to the next step in my plan is sounds. I opened BFXR, which generates random sounds that sound like shit, but at least it's for free and fits my game. You know, I'm not complaining. So I made some sounds like shooting, hit, and button. Hopefully you guys' ears are in place, because mine are not. I also added a health bar to the enemy, which didn't take me 2 hours to make at 2 AM. And next of course I added effects, using Unity's particle system. A great system that a legendary game dev YouTuber loves and recommends everyone to use. And now the game looks a bit juicier than it used to. We have a muzzle effect, blood, and bullet explosion effect. Now the game looks a bit better, but it's not enough, so it's time for some UI. I drew some UI elements like the HP bar, the ammo bar. I also added a bloody screen to the game when the player has 25 or less health left. Now the game looks much better than without UI, right? Am I right? I also asked some of my friends to playtest this version of the game, and here are their reactions.
We are showcasing my friend's new video game that he developed by himself. Okay, new game, Critical Guns. Which one?
Choose soldier.
Okay.
Just wait. Stay in this room. Stay in this room. Make it possible to press and make it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
I made them a little easier to kill.
See? Oh my god.
Bro, I can't.
Don't be like me, guys. Why is he running away? Where is he going? Check out this awesome game by Enter Your YouTube channel. Yeah.
Well, seems like they liked it. After I got approval from my friends, I continued working on the game. But before I finished this video, I also added a meta kit to the game with random spawn in the rooms. And as you can tell, the sprite of the meta kit is totally not stolen from TF2. Please Valve, don't sue me, please. And there we go. This game is finished only for like 50%, so please subscribe to my channel if you want to see this game finished and published to the Go Play. For the next devlog video, I'm planning to finish this game or at least publish it for open testing for those who want to support my making. I'm planning to finally make the other two characters, rewrite the random generation system, and add new enemies, sounds, effects, etc. The game will also have ads, but only in certain places, and it will be only played by the player's will. I'm not going to add the ads until the game is finished because I don't feel like this is the right decision, and it will make me feel like I'm making this project only to get money, not to show my skills. So yeah, this is all for today. Thanks for watching and see you soon.